Yeah, so yeah, I can't wait for new comic book Wednesday. It's going to be awesome. I can't. What? It's Thursday. I missed new comic book Wednesday. I gotta go. I'll be right back. Just got back from my local comic book shop, and man, did I get some stuff. So let's go through what I got. Let me know what you think about what I got. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you're just like, dude, seriously, stop the YouTube channel. Had a busy day yesterday, so I was not able to make it to New Comic Book Wednesday. Had some work things come up and some opportunities come up, and I took advantage of those instead. So I can keep making things like money, so I can keep buying comic books that ultimately feed my own habit. And we'll see how that goes throughout the year. That's why you subscribe. That's why I subscribe. Again, if you're on this channel for the first time and you're here thinking you're going to get new news, dude, it's Thursday. New Comic Book Wednesday was yesterday. You're behind the curve. But don't worry about it. I got you covered in case you see this stuff out in the wild. This is some stuff I picked up. I think there's some great value behind this. As always, I try to find comic books so I can feed my own habit and just keep that cycle going so I don't have to use my paycheck to do it. So let me show you what I found so far. Again, let me know what you think. First thing I saw was, of course, right, we had to pick this up. I think this is going to be a great addition to anybody. Yes, I did pay that for it. I know a lot of them are free out there, but like I said, I missed it, so I had to pay. But I'm okay with the $10, and we'll talk about that at the end when we talk just a little bit about economics. I also got this Ryan outlet cover for Spider-Man #1. I believe, I'm not sure, I wasn't able to get much information on this particular one as of yet. Everybody just has it out of stock right now, so I can't get any evaluations for it, but I paid $25 for it. The next one I got, this one I'm actually kind of proud of. I like my older covers, if you will, and that's Spider-Man #1 with this particular variant comic by John Ramadi, I think his name is, Senior. It's a 1 in 100. Again, there's that classic Amazing Spider-Man with all the villains in the background. That's just a clean cover right there. I really will enjoy that one. And then I got a regular 1 in 50 variant with the cool, more modern look to it. I believe this one is done by Opena. I think that's how you pronounce his name. If somebody could spell it phonetically for me down in the comments, that would be great. But yeah, again, 1 in 50, not as much as I would like, but I like my more rare variants. Also, while I was there, some new comic books that came out. I got a whole stack here. Let's see what we got. I went ahead and picked up the Action Comics #1000. Again, that more old school cover there. And of course, everything on the inside is very modern. But again, that's just a cool cover. It kind of brings me back to that 60s, 70s time frame. A lot of Adventure Comics, a lot of the older comics. You know, it's a little bit different than the rest of them because there's that purple, right? Purple was a very hard thing to put on covers back then. But, you know, today it's easier, but still it's cool. It's kind of paying a little homage back to them. I went ahead and picked up Superman #1, and I picked up 2 variants. They only had 2 variants down at the comic book shop. But again, it's a #1. I think I like this one better. I like my more cleaner, simpler. When it comes to modern comic books, I like that more clean and simple. And then there's that classic superhero trope stance that we all have come to know and love. Let's see, what else did I find? Oh, yeah. I got Flash #50. Again, I just like that cover. That's just a menacing cover there. I can't wait to look through that. That's going to be kind of cool. I don't really know much about the story of where he's at these days, so I'll definitely give that a read, and maybe we'll do a review on it. I don't know. We'll see. I went ahead and picked up X-23. This is a character I am not that familiar with. I saw her in the Old Man Logan movie. I had the concept of it. A lot of my comic book friends have told me a lot about it. So I was like, you know what? Let's start a run of it. Let's see where it goes. So I'll probably be reviewing that tonight. Next is Old Man Logan. Now, I'm not a particular fan of the Old Man Logan comic book series. However, I did get this one because apparently it's the introduction to a new villain. right? We love our first appearances with villains in comic books, especially if it's somebody that's going to be around for a while. I don't know. I clearly bought this just so I would have it. If they run out of copies some years down the road, who knows? So we'll be sure to get that bagged and boarded and sealed. And the next two that I picked off strict recommendations from other people. I've been watching the Blast It and Stash It. I've been watching those guys, their new comic book hauls. A few other people too out there as well have been talking about this stuff, so I definitely wanted to go ahead and pick it up and see what it's about. One of these did not give a whole lot of notice. Well, I don't think either one of these gave a whole lot of notice. They're both from Image, and of course the first one is Farmhand. Not really sure what's going on with this. I haven't even opened it and looked at it. I just saw it and said, you know what, I'm surprised y'all got it. Because usually stuff like this in my little comic book shop goes very fast. So we'll definitely look at that and see what we got. And the last one, everybody was screaming up and down that they can't find it in their book, in their local comic book stores. People were posting things online. You can get it at comic, right? So I walked down there and I just asked. I was like, do you have the Die? And they were like, oh, yeah, we got 2 left. And I was like, well, let me get one. And they were like, well, I was holding it for a friend. And I was like, I got cash. I have cash money right here. I'm holding up like $150. I got 100. Like, let's do this. And she was like, oh, okay. So she got me this Die. I know nothing of this. From what I understand, it's a brand new comic book altogether. So I'm kind of looking forward to start that kind of run as well and see where that takes us. Apparently, it's very. I just flipped the book open for the first time, and this is what I see. So this is obviously going to be kind of a an eye opener, I guess. See how much comic books have really changed over the years. And then I wanted to get it came out on Wednesday. Comic book. I know Spectacular Spider Grandpa had shown that one, and I thought that was kind of a cool title. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to mimic you and go grab that." Unfortunately, they were out, so I was like, "I plan on getting any more?" And they're like, "Distributor doesn't have them anymore." So now I got to go wandering around town to try to find it. So if you're in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia and you're like, "Oh, my comic book store's got like tons of them," give me a hookup. Let me know. But yeah, that was my comic book haul. Now for the exciting news, if it hasn't already been spoiled, myself and Spectacular Grandpa, we are going to the Baltimore Comic Con. We might even do a sort of live show down there. I know we each will do our own. Maybe we'll bring something together. I don't know. Some craziness is going to happen. I've been to Baltimore. I have family up that way. So yeah, I know all the good places to go have some libations. Right? So if you're in and around that area and you see me bopping around, come over and say hi. Tell me what you think, or tell me what you hate. Definitely this channel's for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else. I'm actually heading up to Northern Virginia this weekend for some work stuff. Try to swing by some comic book shops up there. I'm going to be up in the Herndon area, so if you're up that way, comment down below. Let me know your local comic book shop. Again, my local comic book shop down here is Local Heroes, right down here in the Norfolk area. Again, very clean place. Let me tell you real quick what I really like about this comic book shop versus other comic book shops that I've been to. This is the cleanest place I've ever been to. They don't deal a whole lot with your dollar bins and your quarter bins, and they have no problems with sticking high-priced stuff out there. Like, there's no fear. It will probably get sold. But here's what I really like. When I walk inside, the very first thing I see is a young person, and when I'm using the word young as in younger than me, just sitting behind the counter there, and she's reading a comic book, or him or her, or reading a comic book, and I walk up and I say, "Hey, do you have such and such variants?" And they immediately look at me and go, "Why, yes, let me take you to them." That is awesome. Right? Because there's so much stuff in there, and I don't want to be digging around in there all day. I only get like an hour and a half for lunch, and I actually want to eat lunch during my lunch. So yeah, again, great shout out to this place. The guy that owns this place, super, super clean. If I had to compare it to something, it would almost remind me of the comic book shop from Big Bang Theory, where it's just kind of a cool place to hang out. And everybody's so helpful in there, just so helpful. So again, big shout out to Local Heroes Comic Book Shop down in Norfolk, Virginia. I know I've mentioned them before. No, they are not paying me anything whatsoever to promote their company. When I see things that I like, I just love to brag about it. So again, tell me what you think. Did I get some good stuff? Did I get some bad stuff? Am I just a horrible capitalist? What do you think? Give me a like, subscribe. Don't do any of it and catch the videos anytime you want. Okay? Again, have a good day, and I'll see you soon.